This is Tim Shepard with the Vintage Airstream podcast. I want to introduce to you the MoonShade awning. We're happy to have MoonFab provide this awning for our review, and they've even provided a discount. Use VAP Moon 30 off to receive $30 off up until August 31st, 2022. One of the great things about the MoonShade is there's lots of different ways you can attach it. They come with a couple different sizes of suction cups, so you can use this to a smooth surface, and then it leaves these hooks to be able to hook in with the actual shade. I think these are optional. These are magnets. You could use them on a vehicle or any other kind of like maybe a ladder rack or something on top of your truck, SUV, if you want to use it that way. So those are kind of nice. Not so good on an aluminum trailer. You could also get these. This is for an awning rail, and these are 3/8, which is what 3/8 inch diameter, which is what we have on our vintage trailers. So the awning rail that exists on a lot of the trailers that's already installed, these will slide into that channel, and then you simply screw this down, and it has a rubber washer there to help secure it. And you just put that in about 7 feet apart if you're going to use it the short way, or you can do 9 feet, just depending on your preference. So this is really a handy way to attach the awning to the side of your trailer, and it's semi-permanent. You can pull them off, or you can leave them on there. Or you can change the distance between the two, so you can reorient the actual MoonShade however you want. So these are made by MoonFab, and it's on their website. So these are the 3/8 ones. If you have a 1/2 inch awning rail, they also come in 1/2 inch. But for our vintage trailers, 3/8 is the one you want. If you don't have an awning rail for some reason, or it's damaged, or like I said, you don't have one, you can pick these up. These are stainless steel, I don't know what you call them, just rings. And you could rivet or screw this to your trailer, to the top of your trailer where you want, and then it would be on the side of the trailer like that. And then you could clip the D-rings from the MoonShade into that. So you have lots of different options here. So I just wanted to point those out. I'm going to be giving these a try. Here we are up next to my trailer. Here's the awning rail that was put in 1960. And like I said, it's 3/8. And here's the MoonFab awning attachment. And so you just simply slide it in, unscrew this so you can get it sliding in where you want. And you can just put it anywhere along the whole rail. So I'm going to have my start about here, and I'm just going to measure 7 feet between them, and then you just simply tighten it down. There you go, installed. And again, you can undo them and slide them back and forth where you need them. So it's pretty handy. It's Tim with the Vintage Airstream podcast. Going to do a little video on putting up the MoonFab MoonShade awning. This is it here. It's really about the size of a maybe a camp chair in a bag. It's very light, about 8 pounds. Comes with everything you need in the bag. I did buy these awning inserts that I've already put up on the trailer. You can see one there and one there, and I spaced them about 7 feet apart. The awning is 9 by 7, and you can hook it up either direction, so you could have 7 foot long across the trailer, or 9 foot and then come out 7 feet. So I opted to do 7 feet across, so we get 9 feet out from the trailer. So we're out here camping near Yosemite, and this will be the first time I connected up to the trailer. So I will walk you through the process. So here are the parts removed from the bag. So this is the actual awning that I just rolled up to fit in the bag, and these are all the poles. And inside this little bag are like tent stakes to stake it down. So these just come out and they just pop together like you're putting together a tent. They're kind of like tension poles. And we'll go ahead and show you how it goes. So here's the MoonShade awning. Each corner has these hooks here that's going to hook onto the trailer, and it's going to hook on the poles. But one nice thing to what they've done is, come on, go ahead and zoom in on this. You can tie this string that comes with it, and when you pull it, it will open it. And you'll see why that's important, because I don't want to have to use a ladder to hook it to the trailer. So what you do is you take one of the poles, and you can go and back up and get the whole scene here. So you put the pole in the awning, and you go up to your hook on the trailer, and you hook it and pull the string, let it go, and if you look, can you zoom in up there? You can see it's hooked. So then you just pull this out, and this is part of the rods to complete the installation. So now I'll just do the other side. And you take it down the same way, so I don't need any ladder. A little bit. And there you go. So that's parts are done. Okay, now that we have the awning in place, the first part, these are all the poles that come in the kit, and they just go together like tent poles. So there's a little elastic in there, and they just snap together. And there's 2 poles for the top that create the arch, and then there's 2 poles for the support. And it comes with a 5th pole that I'll talk about in another segment here. So, oh, well, there you go. So that's across the top. So if you look on the awning, there's these clips that these are going to clip into, and there's 4 clips go one way, and 2 clips go the other way. You want to do the one with the 4 clips first, and I'll show you why that's important. So what I do is you put it in the little pocket here at the top. Can you see that? Okay. And then you just do the opposite pocket here. And you do have to give the pole some tension. So I'm gonna pull this back. So, you know, much like a tent, you have to give it some tension here to get it in the second pocket. Like that. And so now it's in there. And then you come back and you clip these in. So it just reaches up and snaps in like that. And then you have 4 on one side and 2 on the other. Because some people get this stuff wrong, I've noticed. Okay, so here's why this is important here. The second pole across the other way goes through that. So here's the second pole, and you want to push it in between these 2 because that pole supports this one. Okay. Then you go up to the pocket there. And you slide it in there. Pull it out and perch it in. Like that. Now you can see it's made a nice arch that will let the rain fall off. So, and you come back and you do the 2 clips on this one. Okay, there you go, installed. Okay, next to the support poles here, you'll see they have the little nubs that go through the eyelets in the awning, and then it has this little bracket, I guess, and that's important. I'll show you why. And they also extend. So I'll show you here. So zoom in on this part. What's nice about the way they've done this is sometimes these holes you can get misaligned, but see how there's a line there? You keep that line visible and it's going to come out the right hole each time. There's the line. Push it in. Because see, if you turned it right, you're going to lose where that pin is. But if you just keep that line there, there you go. Okay, so I just set that about as high as I can to reach the top of my trailer. Also, this side here is sloped. So now what you do is just pick up the awning. Okay, you want to walk around underneath here? Okay, come over here and look at this eyelet here so we can show them. So there's an eyelet, a metal eyelet on each of the four corners. And again, it has the carabiner hook. So what you do is you put this nipple in through the eyelet. And while you're at this angle is the best time to go ahead and clip your awning. In fact, I need to make more of an angle. And then clip it in there. So that's going to keep this from flying off. There's also a little bulb on the outside of that that'll do it, but that's really what that's for. And then you can just raise it up. But before I raise it up, I want to do the second side. So I'm going to leave it like that. Grab my pole. Come to the second side and just repeat it. So I'm going to push it through the eyelet and then clip it through my carabiner and then raise it up. So there you go. Now there are guy wires in this bag, little tent stakes and lines that you would tie up to the corners here on each corner, just like a tent, and you could stake it down to keep it from flying away in the wind. But there you go. You got awning. It's good for some probably light rain. It'll just come off the side. And with the eyelets on the awning rail, it makes it a really easy installation because those just stay there. And again, these help you pull it down. So to take it down, you just kind of reverse all the steps that we just went over. All right, I hope that helps. So far, I'm really loving the MoonShade awning by MoonFab. Okay, here's another view of the awning in place. I want to point out a few things. Again, it has the nice arch up there. That'll help keep the rain rolling off of it. And you can station it anywhere you want along the awning rail. I just did it here so it would cover the door. Again, these little cables, lines that came in the kit, they're great. Putting it up without needing a ladder. Really, really smart of them. And if you notice inside, there's all these little clips. There's a hook here. There's little clips there, or little nylon loops. And that's for hanging awning lights. So if you had some lights that you want to just rope through all those and plug in, they've even come up with an idea for that. So there you go. Really innovative design. And it's great for vintage trailers because, you know, if you don't want to put on a full modern awning, you don't have to. And like I'll show you in a minute, I've even put this on top of my truck, so you don't have to just use it once. You can use it many times. Many different ways to install it and hook it up, and it's so small there's no reason not to take it with you. This shows the universal nature of the MoonShade, I have it just attached to my truck. Like if we're going to go out somewhere with just the truck, you can still use it, put it to use. So the way it works is these are magnetic mounts that you can get from MoonShade, and this bar comes in the kit, this bar right here, and that's if your connecting points are less than 7 feet apart, like the top of my truck is. So you use that bar in this case to be able to mount that whole side. So it has loops here you can hang awning lights and things from. But when you're doing it with the bar, you can loop the bar or put the bar through the loop. And then you attach it to the ends, and I'm using the magnetic mounts. Here's one quick tip to get that support bar we just showed in the video connected. You can take the end piece out, pull it because it's on an elastic string, turn it 90 degrees and put it into the grommet, and then flip it back. That'll make the awning very tight across that bar. Like that. Anyway, I just want to show you could hook it up this way. You could hook it up to a fence. I've seen people do that with just the clips or whatever. All right, hey, I hope this helps. And again, thanks to MoonFab for providing this to me to check out and review for y'all. All right, we'll see you down the road.